We hope that people that are going to use this building will enjoy the impact the staircase has. We've been unapologetic about the design. We've stripped the whole building back to its original grandeur, its original form of what it was when it was the Daily Express Printworks building. I'm John Boardman, I'm the project architect. I think the staircase looks fantastic. I think it's everything we hoped it would be in the design, in the delivery and in the detailing that we've achieved. It's an incredibly huge structural building. Massive concrete frame, massive steelwork, the beautiful, very delicate curtain walling glazing that envelopes the whole building. So we felt that the feature staircase in this building had to marry up with the robust nature of the building and the strength of the building. And that's what you see today in the materials that we've chosen and in the design of the staircase itself. You've got strength, you've got stability, you've got delicacy. So we've tried to mix and match those two sort of theories into what you see today with the staircase. And a good example of that would be on the outside of the building is a really beautiful engineered screw fixing that fixes all the curtain walling. That's been replicated in the detailing of the staircase. Without that attention to detail, without doing the due diligence, you can't achieve the quality. The lightness of the oak tread staircase itself with the risers and the treads and the landings, the idea was to just soften it off so that it wasn't overly dominant. We wanted it to be dominant. We were unapologetic about that. It's got to be designed to last, and it has been. Then we worked through a series of sketches, sketch ideas, sketch design ideas. So we worked out all the detailing and worked out all the detail interfaces, and that made the whole process a whole lot easier because we could send our model over to the fabricators, and obviously the fabricators then do their detail fabrication model.
I'm Steve Wingett. The company's R&R Engineering. We're a steel fabricator. Yeah, definitely a family business. It was created by two brothers, Ray and Ron, hence R&R Engineering. Probably 80% of the customers that we work for, we have done for the last 30 years. We take the initial architect's drawings and develop them into fabrication drawings to be able to make what the client requires. The software then breaks every piece down. The assembly drawings are produced and all the mark plans to enable the lads on site to put it in. So the parts have come across from the office. They've been sent through to the machine, been nested up on the machine so that the parts get cut efficiently out of a standard plate. As the plates are being cut, the border is changing green in line with how the laser is cutting on the bed in there. Whilst one plate is being cut in here, there's another plate that can be loaded or unloaded on the table at the other end, and then they basically just swap over. So there's very minimal downtime. From when all the plates are cut and the sections arrive in from the stockist, like an oversized jigsaw, gets tacked together in accordance with the fabrication drawings, gets checked, gets welded, and then following welding gets inspected by an outside source. This was on the trestles in its raw state. We've since trial assembled it onto the side of the building. We've temporarily fixed folded treads. The side stringers are now going on that will ultimately contain the balustrade. Because the floor slab will take very minimal load, everything's got to be kept as light as possible, and this will be wheeled in to where it's got to ultimately be lifted up into the roof space. Having it made up on the stringer in the workshop is that ultimately when it goes to site and gets put together with all the finishes on, there's no alterations to be made. It goes in as it's supposed to.
To get this staircase into this building has been an achievement in itself, and again that comes back down to Urbanise. We had a really close dialogue on it. We had to think about whether it came in sections and then those sections were put together on site, or whether it came in one piece, but it actually came in two sections. It was a complex process because we've had to open up part of the side facade to bring in the actual stair flights themselves as one piece, and then all the balustrading, the heavy balustrading, all the steel plate balustrading was then brought in as separate items. They were prefabricated in the workshop, then put together once the stair flight went into position. So they put one stair in, they put the second floor one in first, and then obviously followed by the one underneath. The logistics of that, using the massive structure of the building, is coming really useful. There's a metre deep beams at the roof level, which they had to block and tackle support from, and thank goodness the building is as robustly strong as it is to allow us to be able to do that, because each one of these staircases are 5.5 ton fully loaded. So you've got 11 tonne of staircase that's cantilevering off a building, which comes back to Express Buildings being the massive structure it is. It needs to be the massive structure to support a staircase of this magnitude. When people have a look around the detailing of this staircase, that they will home in on the minutiae of the detail, because I think anybody that has a creative eye will spot where the energies have gone from a design point of view. We hope that people that are going to use this building will enjoy this staircase. The staircase will be obviously the central hub of the building. That's where all the major circulation we hope will take place. It should be a real catalyst of activity.